Christian Novels Audiobooks, The Story of Wayne and Jean Vozzolo, The Cross Penny, Episode number 55. After touring the rest of the farm and buildings, they arrived back at the house. "Put the coffee on, Jean. Let's see if Beth's cake lives up to our expectations," Wayne laughed. "I'm sure it will," Jean answered as they all went in the kitchen. "Well, when you get around to making that cookbook, Jean, you need to get with Beth here and work on it together," Wayne said. "I agree," Mark said. The two ladies giggled. The rest of the afternoon and Wednesday morning went by quickly, too quickly for Beth. The Vozzolos loaded Beth's car up with an assortment of ugly vegetables, including carrots, onions, tomatoes, peas, celery, summer squash, and peppers. "Here's some green beans to round it out. They aren't ugly," Jean said as she put in a good supply of green beans. "Thank you. I'll be making soup when I get home. Thank you for taking care of my son." Mark walked Beth to her car and opened the door for her. "Thank you. You're right, Mark. The Vozzolos are good people. They've invited me to come back, and I will. They also said you could borrow their old truck and come see me ever so often." "I suppose I would have to knock on Mrs. Bell's door to keep from getting arrested again," he laughed. "Yep, probably so." She hugged him, climbed in the car, and waved to the Vozzolos on the front porch and started the engine. "Mama, one more question." "Yes, son?" "You seemed a little different when they asked you about your job. Is something going on there?" No, not really. Just not too many women work as a CNC operator in a machine shop these days. I wasn't sure what they would think about it. Everything's fine. I love you. See you in a month or so." Later that afternoon, when Beth got home, she called Mrs. Bell. "Mrs. Bell, I need your help. I was given all these funny-shaped veggies, and I want to make soup out of them, but I need some help." "Sure, dear. I'll be right over." Mrs. Bell hung up the phone and grabbed her apron. "My goodness, these are perfect for making soup. My grandmother dried the vegetables and then mixed them together to make a delicious soup." Beth looked at Mrs. Bell. "Dried them instead of freezing them?" Yes, she didn't have a freezer and she hated canning, but she had an oven and cookie sheets and a big garden. The dried veggies served the family year-round, and she used her canning jars to hold the dry soup mix. Do you know how she did it? Not only that, I helped Grandma Maud make it more than once and wrote down her directions for how long to dry different vegetables and how much of the different seasonings to add when you cook the soup. These all need to be washed. Why don't you start on that and I'll go get her directions? We can use my oven too. Together they sorted the vegetables according to drying times, then washed and sliced them. When full pans were put in the two ovens, more vegetables were washed, dried, sliced, and put in both refrigerators, ready to be dried later. As they came out of the ovens, Beth tore open the big brown grocery sacks and dumped the contents of the cookie sheets on them to cool. At Mrs. Best's insistence, Beth copied out all the directions. "Look, dear, it's getting late, and this batch has to dry overnight in the ovens. I know you have to go to work in the morning, but all these vegetables are ready to go in the ovens. I'll come over here in the morning, pull them out of the refrigerator, and keep both ovens going. We'll be able to finish up when you get home from work, and the humidity is low enough for them to be okay on the table, cooling overnight." "Mrs. Bell, you are wonderful, thank you." Beth wiped her hands on her apron and hugged Mrs. Bell. "Get some rest, dear." "You too, and thanks so much."